Okay, hello everyone. Today I will introduce about the final project of EE405. Let me start from the opening lab session schedule. I will inform you of the hours you can use the lab until the final project evaluation day. The lab in room N5 will be open from 2:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Mondays and Tuesdays, and from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Fridays. As for TAs, they will be available from 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Mondays and Tuesdays, and from 9 to 12 on Fridays, same as the regular lab session hours. As shown on the slide, the responsible lab TAs depends on the day, so please refer to this if you want some such offline questions. Additionally, the final project evaluation will take place in room N24 from 9 to 1:30 p.m. The detailed description would be announced later. Regarding the final project overview, students will design and implement an integrated robot intelligence system. This system must be capable of perceiving the environment through object and image detection and recognition, understanding language instructions, executing robotic manipulation tasks, and autonomously navigating in unknown environments. Regarding the project scenario and environmental description, the robot is randomly placed in an unknown environment consisting of three zones. Each zone contains a wall-mounted object image, and two zones contain randomly placed colored cubes, which can be red, green, or blue. The environment contains static obstacles that the robot must detect and avoid at all times, as any contact with these obstacles is considered as a penalty. The environment map should be obtained via SLAM prior to receiving the task instructions. Regarding the task description, there are easy tasks worth 4 points and hard tasks worth 6 points. Instructions for each level will be given randomly on the evaluation day. You have to complete the easy task first to attempt the hard task. Within the 20-minute time limit, you can attempt the tasks as many times as you want. An example of an instruction is below, so you can refer that. The robot must interpret a verbal instruction and execute the task efficiently. Based on the instruction, the robot must navigate, identify the zones and cubes, and successfully conduct missions in each zone. The robot must return to the start position after the task completion. You can refer those following instruction examples, and the text themselves can be changed based on those examples. For evaluation details, the presentation will be held from 9 to 10:40 and will proceed according to team number. Each team has up to 8 minutes to present, and Korean is also allowed. Your presentation must include a detailed explanation of how you solve the task. Following that, the demonstration will be held from 10:40 to 1:10 p.m., where three teams will demonstrate at the same time according to team number. Teams may attempt the task multiple times within the 20-minute time limit, and the highest score will be recorded as I talked. Regarding the evaluation criteria, the project will be evaluated by professors, TAs, and robot experts from industry. For the 20-point presentation, the criteria include logic, creativity, completeness, and the presentation. For the 25-point demonstration, the evaluation components consist of manipulation, navigation, artificial intelligence, and safety. Regarding the map list, as mentioned earlier, we will use 3 maps at the same time, and each team will be assigned 1 map. And For installing those maps, we will install those maps within next week. So please inform that. And also, after the final project evaluation, we will rate your own teammates on 0 to 5 scale via Google Forms. Your final project score will be adjusted based on your mean peer score. So that let's assume that if your mean score was 3.5 from the peer review and the final project score was 40 at total, then you could get 32 point total. Individual peer evaluations will conducted independently and will not be disclosed. And for other tips regarding the support for text recognition, we will provide the speech-to-text program to recognize a speech and send the text with a topic, which will be uploaded sometime next week. And there was some network inference confusion during the semester, so it is highly recommended that you prevent network interference with other teams' operations by setting your ROS domain ID environment variable to your team number on your robot. For example, if you are team 3, then you could write export ROS domain ID equals to 3 to the ZSHRC so that it can connect only to your network. This is the end of the presentation, and feel free to ask any questions. Korean is also possible. I can answer you.
Hello. I want to ask a question.
Yes.
I want to know, do we have the maps, like maybe some example maps prior to the final demo day, or can we are only allowed to see the map and the tasks on the final day?
Uh, the map that will be installed during the evaluation preparing period would be used samely in also the final evaluation day. So you can obtain these maps earlier.
Okay, and these maps will be available in the lab room, right?
Yes.
Okay, I get it. Thank you.
Mm. And for the trading map is randomly given among three. No, the map would be assigned for teams. For example, map 1 should be used by team 1, 4, and 7. I will inform you later. And for obstacles, it would be just a box to avoid. Then its tool is just enough to detect it with LiDAR sensor. Uh, and also for the cube will be on the little box so that it will not on the floor so that it could be grasped much easier.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Thank you so much for your explanation.
Okay. Combination of cube and padding, also placement is random. Uh, is padding you mentioned is the picture that would be mounted, then the place would be random and the cube also can be random. But the candidate position to be installed would be determined regarding the map, but the exact position will be random in every time. We will wait for 1 more minute to get any questions. Please feel free to ask any questions.
Hello. Here's another question.
Yes.
Will the task be about just grasping and placing, or do we have to like stack the cubes?
Yeah, there is also stacking the cubes and push the red button for the hard task. So you should consider that kind of things also.
Okay, I see. Thank you for explanation.
Yeah. Uh, there is a question regarding the position of the hole or the button. It is now considered to be placed in the zone as well as the cube. Is the starting point fixed to the position in the map, picture, or random every time? The starting point can be vary from the situation, so you should consider to start from the any point. Which kind of pictures are given? Will it be provided before demo day? Yeah, we are going to give all the list of the pictures that we will given, but at the evaluation time, the 3 pictures to be installed would be seen for the first time at the test day. How can we check the performance of our framework before the demo day? We are going to install those 3 maps in the N5 lab room, so you can test whenever the lab session is open. Would that be answer from the question? Is there no penalty for like dropping the cube but still manage to pick up again? Yes, during the time it doesn't have any penalty if it succeeds the task anyway without the human intervention. But if the human intervenes in the middle of the evaluation, you should assume that the test would be start from the starting. I will wait for extra 30 seconds and please feel free to ask any questions. 한국어로 질문하셔도 괜찮습니다. So if the team completed a couple of tasks and then for one task human had to intervene, only this task will be restarted. Yes, regarding those 2 tasks, it would be treated as independent task. So if you intervene in one task, then you can restart only that task again. So it's 4466. No, you don't have to conduct those 2 tasks and extra 2 tasks for easy and hard. You will be assigned one task from the easy task and the hard one task from the hard task. So the maximum point will be 10, and that 10 point is related to the manipulation point worth 10 point in the demonstration of 25 point. Okay.
Another question about the LLM. Are we allowed to use only the given example in the class, the Google Gemini 3, or are we supposed to use other models also?
For now, we are thinking to use any kind of models available in cloud, but we are still in the consideration. We will inform you later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the understand. Are the tasks on the screen just examples or will it be same on the demo day? The task can be different. It doesn't have to be exactly same with this screen. Like for example, the cube in the bird zone, the bird can be changed from like dog or cat, and the red cube can be also changed to blue, or the cube in the bird zone can be changed like green cube or red cube. So the task itself would be same with those lists, but the sentence can be different. Could be the structure of introduction sentence change it or not? Uh, would that be would that answer can be the answer of this question for both of you, Abai and Champyo? Okay. Starting point includes starting pose. Is it fixed? Do you mean that the starting pose is the robot arm position? Then I think it doesn't have to be fixed. You can choose whatever pose you want. Direction robot is heading. Ah, yeah, the direction of the robot can be headed as you are comfortable. But after putting that robot, we will inform you the instruction. Please notice that. Okay, we will wait for extra 30 seconds. Basically, we should implement pick, place, insert, hold, push button, right? Yes, I think so. I expect to implement all that tasks. And regarding pick and place, you should consider to make it stack if you conduct the stacking task. If there's no any other questions, we will wrap up here. And if you have any questions later, then feel free to ask in the KLMS. Can we utilize direct teaching? Yes, for implementing all of conducting those tasks, the method to conducting these tasks are not fixed, so you can choose the algorithm that you want, including like reinforcement learning or the classical manipulation or the direct teaching. So what you have to do is just make the task work. Can we utilize direct teaching? Is that can be the answer of this question? Can you elaborate the question? I think I don't get that clearly. Okay. Okay, if there's no any other question, let me wrap up here. You can post in also on KLMS, and then we will inform you other informations also on the KLMS notice. Okay, thank you for listening.